are live and ready.
Wait. Let me do it.
Oh, you go for it.
Yeah. Cause that's we can't just say we're live and we're back. Cause I feel like that's so lame. Like we gotta like say something.
Okay.
So we're gonna exit this.
Yeah, we can exit it.
But
and we're starting in 3, 2.
we're live, direct, coming to you from Hazlitt, goddamn Texas. It's like 80 degrees outside, wind blowing. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. I'm here. Well, welcome to the Wise Guys. I'm here with my beautiful best friend, co-host, Joseph McMichael Flores.
Stop.
And I'm, your boy. Your boy. That's my name. Your boy.
Your boy.
Your boy. That is my name. I was born with that name. Don't ask me for a birth certificate, but that was the name I was given at birth, is your boy. Deal with that shit, bitch ass nigga. We were discussing earlier, and a little bit of yesterday. I think we grew up in like the greatest time to be a kid, in my opinion. Like 80s and 70s niggas with their doohickeys and bullshit and their weird ass magazines and having to hide their, like, those niggas think they had a better childhood than us, but they didn't, bro. Because we grew up with not only video games, goddamn, we grew up with some of the best animated movies and some of the best animated TV shows. And like we grew up literally in the golden age of television for children. Yeah. Like, bro, goddamn, just to throw a couple out at you, the greatest animated TV show of all time, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I mean, Billy and Mandy, Ed, Edd and Eddy. I can go on. I can keep going
Courage.
on about Courage. I can keep going on, bro. But we're here not to rank them, but to just like throw out like what we love. Because I feel like there's a lot of cartoons that don't get love that were just so great, but there's so much shit was coming out at that time that like it just got overshadowed. Like one of my all-time favorite cartoons is My Gym Partner's
A monkey. Yeah.
That shit was so fucking... Like, I feel like I would die laughing watching that right now. Because I remember I used to cry laughing watching that show back then. I think I would do the same thing, like, now. Like, bro... Again, we have Billy and Mandy, bro. And, like, I remember there was a couple years ago where, like, it was, like, Billy and Mandy, no context.
Yeah.
And, like, that page was blowing up because, like, how... Like, we were all... Everybody on the TL was like, remembering how fucking funny that show was.
Dude,
man.
that show
like,
is hilarious.
It's so and like every character on that show was hilarious. Like, there's not a lot of shows like that, but like, bro, where Billy's fucking hilarious, Grimm is fucking hilarious, Mandy's probably like the least funniest one on there, but she's still funny.
Yeah.
But the characters outside of them.
Billy's dad,
Billy's mom, Mandy's dad.
Yeah.
Puddin'. That one little short kid with red hair, he's fucking hilarious.
The spider Jeff, like this nigga just so happened to hatch an egg, and the spider now thinks you're his dad. Like that's comedy right there, bro. And then the fact that he's scared of spiders too.
And then like it's just like that's like the cherry on top. So like this nigga's just always like abusing the spider. Bro, like their bully, Spud, I think his name was, or Spurg or something like that.
Fucking Fred Burger.
Fred Burger, bro.
That man is hilarious.
There was that one, he was like a knight, and like he was just always just like, I think his name was like Lord Moldy Butt. Like, bro, like the jokes write itself on that show, and like I just feel like it doesn't get enough love, bro. Like,
yeah.
And then one more, just because like we've been watching a lot. I think that, in my opinion. Actually, it would take me a minute to like really like rank like what I would think is the best. I do think SpongeBob is the greatest, though. But I think the regular show is right there with it, and it just sucks because like the regular show came out right as we started high school, like right around the time, like basically around the time that we stopped watching like Cartoon Network, at least. You know what I mean? Like, man, granted we're still watching animated shows like i.e. SpongeBob, or SpongeBob still, but i.e. like Family Guy. That's like when we start getting into those.
Yeah, South Park.
Grant, I was always watching South Park since I was like 5.
I mean, kind of same. I was watching Family Guy since I was like 7 or 8. So
but like that was like when once you get around that age, that's like when you lock in on those shows.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like
it just sucked because like the regular show was coming out and like we knew it was funny, but it was like I don't know if I should like really be like
The only like ace in the hole was like my brothers were like they were still kids, so like I was like, all right, you know what, this is
That's
on.
the only reason I know about that
Yeah,
show. Like I don't know if I would if I didn't have a little brother.
yeah, and like Regular Show, Amazing World of Gumball, Adventure Time, like those shows are fucking great. And then like whenever we talk to like other friends that are a little bit younger, they'll be like, yeah, bro, I used to watch Adventure Time all the time. And I'm like, damn. I was like, I cannot relate, but I can respect.
I can respect that.
Yeah,
because that was basically us with our shows. With,
yeah, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy,
you know,
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans, bro. Like that. That's like one of the. I feel like that show, it almost introduces you into like. Yeah, you like. I feel like you're somewhat prepared, like when you do start watching like dramas.
Yeah.
And like those like whodunit kind of
Yeah.
TV shows, like
Yeah.
shit. 'Cause, like the theme and like the overall like atmosphere of the show. Not that it was dark, but it was more. I guess it felt more
It wasn't like
almost adult in a way.
yeah, it wasn't like
More mature.
It was like more for teens than it was like for
Exactly.
kids, I would say.
And I felt like I almost felt cool and like sophisticated watching
Yeah.
that shit. Like I was like, bro. But then like when they would have those goofy episodes, and like when they had like the little
Goofy moments.
like I remember they had like a fat Robin, and he was like, but he could like fly and shit. I remember that little nigga was funny, bro. Like that's so it was such a good show, and like the relationships on the show, the friendships on the
Yeah.
show, like it was such a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah,
like, and
it felt
see
real.
It felt real.
Yeah.
And like to see him get stronger and stronger, like as the show went on, was like such a beautiful thing. I had never seen anything like that on,
Yeah.
on TV at the
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
a little kid like that.
Shit, Code's name, Kids Next Door.
Great.
Dude,
Fairly Odd Parents,
yeah.
bro. Like
Oh, I didn't even go into Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Jimmy Neutron.
see, I was never really a huge fan of Jimmy Neutron, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Like granted, like I got into Nickelodeon a little bit later. Like I was always a Cartoon Network kid.
Yeah, same.
And then when I did start
I mean, kind of. Mine was just SpongeBob. Like I would just
Yeah.
go to SpongeBob and then I would just go
right back to the Cartoon
Yeah, like,
Network.
yeah.
But like honestly, I didn't even start watching SpongeBob until like maybe like second, third grade. I was just always on Cartoon Network. But I would always hear people talk about SpongeBob at school. So I'm like, is this show really funny? And I was watching, I was like, yeah, this is the greatest show I've ever seen. Like it's up there type shit. But then I was like, damn, I don't wanna just watch SpongeBob until SpongeBob would go off and then Fairly Odd Parents would come on. And I'm like, damn, bro, these niggas are fucking funny, bro. Like these niggas are actually hilarious. Like, what? And I think that's how I got introduced to, like, the Nickelodeon shows, like, was through those two.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I ended up having, like, yes. Oh, no, Nickelodeon didn't really have, like, the cartoons like that. Like, when we, at least, like,
Yeah, it was
I don't know.
like Nickelodeon's to me. I mean, Danny Phantom was like that was a fun show. That was a badass show. I liked that as a kid.
Yeah.
Like it was those three. And then after that, because it was Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, and then Danny Phantom. Like those are the three I like. Jimmy Neutron was like, I would watch some episodes. It wasn't my favorite.
I like the movie.
I like the movie,
was
but I
fire.
didn't like the show as much as the movie. I wasn't really big into Rugrats. I wasn't really big.
Like the movies to that.
I like the movies, yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, like that.
Yeah, I liked what was that one show where like man, yeah, I guess I don't like Nickelodeon as much because I can't
Yeah.
even think of all the Power Rocket Bottle
Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
Yeah.
I'm not a bit
I'm not gonna lie, I remember
I did like Rocket Power.
I did like Rocket Power too.
but I didn't like it as much, if that makes sense.
Right.
So like
it wasn't when I'm like finna like if I see it's on, but I also see that like Kid Next Door is on.
I'm gonna go to Kids.
I'm watching Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
But like, you know, maybe like down the line
Yeah.
I'll catch that Rocket Power episode.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I wasn't really big into Hey Arnold.
Yeah, same.
I wasn't big into like the live action shows as much. Like like
did you get into them eventually? Or
like yeah, I did. I like Drake and Josh.
That was the main one.
Yeah, that was the main one. But
That's the one you needed right there.
Yeah,
As long as you
but-
watch that, you're good.
yeah, I didn't. I remember when I was younger, like we had friends and all this stuff that would come over, and my sister and her friends, and we would watch the Amanda Show.
Oh yeah.
But like that was as far as that went. But like I wasn't really huge into it, so like I
Yeah.
wasn't like.
Because you meet some people who are like, bro, did you watch like Keenan and Kel, and I'm like, nigga, no, like what? Like, no, I didn't watch that bullshit, bro. Like, I was watching. If I was gonna watch like a live action show, it was most likely gonna be on the Disney Channel,
like Power Rangers or some shit.
Well,
because that's on Disney.
Yeah, but see, like honestly, because I kind of grew up with the Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
And I grew up with the Dino Rangers, so like
that shit was fire.
That shit was fire as fuck. So
that
like
shit was fire.
When they started introducing like these new Rangers, like Power Rangers SPD and all these other lame ass fucking like, bro, I don't give a fuck about some Power Rangers that are cops, bro, that are based off of like the police. It'd be like Power Rangers that are like based in space and shit. I'm like, bro, like the idea sounds cool, but like these niggas are lame, bro. Like these are some lame ass niggas, bro. Like I felt like I don't know. I just felt like Power Rangers is cool when you're a kid, bro. Like, but like when you're a little kid.
Yeah, you have to be a little kid.
You have to be a little kid. I felt like once I got to like 2nd, 3rd grade, I was like, bro, this shit is ass, bro. Like I hate this shit. Like, so I was always like if I was watching like live action on Disney, it was more like kids. I'll say kids, like Zack and Cody.
Yeah. Zack and Cody was fire.
Fire. That's a Raven.
Yeah.
They had a couple others like Hannah Montana. I thought that. Yeah. I think Zack and Cody and Hannah Montana were the 2 best ones.
Yeah.
Like Hannah, like niggas don't know. Hannah Montana was fucking hilarious, bro. Like that shit was fire.
Yeah, all of those shows were great. I think, I was more of a Cartoon Network kind of person out of all 3 of them. I was more of a Cartoon Network person.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's just some of the cartoons. I mean, you still got Johnny Bravo. You still got
Cow and Chicken.
Cow and Chicken.
Shit was fucking hilarious.
I forgot about Cow and Chicken. Camp Lazlo.
That
was like my hidden gem.
Bro, I remember when every episode that I watched of it, Chowder.
Bro, that shit was so funny.
Was so fucking funny, bro. Like,
I wouldn't even say that's funny as an adult.
I think it's like it'd be up there with like a regular show for like like being that funny.
I think for me it would be like SpongeBob, regular show, Amazing World of Gumball, Chowder, Billy and Mandy.
And what's crazy is like 2 of those shows that you just named were like that came out like after like basically after our cartoon prime.
Yeah.
But that's how good those shows were.
I would say those are like probably one of the funniest kid shows. Like if you have like like family, if you want to have like a family show to watch or something like that, just throw that shit on. Like especially if you have kids, like like little kids, like that is so funny. That is probably one of the funniest shows I think I've ever seen. Like as an adult, I can say it as an adult watching a kid show that's actually really funny.
Like we're both watching regular show right now. Yeah. And like bro, JG Quintel, like however you say his last name, bro, he's a genius. Bro.
He was so smart.
He's so good, bro. Cause like again, like I think like that's like what makes a great I guess children's animated show is like being able to hide like those jokes that like are more adult themed and and not even be able to like really grasp it until you get older.
Yeah, that's what SpongeBob was.
That's exactly
because
what it
like
was.
the cursing episode.
But see, that was the thing about SpongeBob was like even like they had like their times like where they would like have like the adult themes, but like I felt like for the most part it was more of a children's show. Maybe I would just have to rewatch it.
You would probably have to rewatch like the first couple of seasons, just because like as I said, like that episode.
No, absolutely that one.
Apparently there is a like whenever they recorded all that, they actually did curse.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so I'm like, dude, there's a recording out there where SpongeBob said "fuck."
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my god, I need my hands on that tape.
This shit.
I really need that tape. I really need to hear that tape.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree. A regular show was like on the cusp of adult themes throughout. With
the entire time.
Yeah,
especially the first season, bro. Like, cause I think that's like something happens, and then Benson walks out in a towel, and like his basically I guess it would be his dick, but his it was like his flap like opened up, and like his towel fell off, and like it's like the end of the episode. They're just staring at each other like, what the fuck, bro? Or like there was that guy. His name is it's like GBF or something like that. It was like giant. It was like Gary Bobby Ferguson was his name, but they were like playing like a game and at the cafe.
Yeah.
And like he was like trying to like
Oh, beat the high score.
Beat the high score, and like they kicked him, and then like he was like, "Ow!" Like they kicked him like what should have been his balls, but he's like, "Ow, my chin." And that's what I was watching that earlier, and I was just crying laughing because I'm like, bro, like it just felt so good, bro, because you know what it's supposed to be. Even if you're a kid, you know what it's supposed to be. But the fact that he said my chin, it's like, bro, what? Like,
bro, that show is hilarious.
It's so fucking funny. Bro.
That show is like,
it's so great. And like I was saying earlier, like I was telling you yesterday, I was like, bro, one thing, especially like for kid shows, I hate, or even, it doesn't even matter, bro. I hate corniness in anything.
Yeah.
So like, the fact that like that
they
show,
can pull it off.
They like, bro, it's not corny whatsoever. Like they do have some moments when you're like, okay, it's children's cartoons. Like you have to like kind of be a little lame-ish a little bit, but like it still pulls it off like in a way where you're like, damn, that was good. You know, like I'll clap to that.
Yeah, I really like the show a lot. I guess to go off of that a little bit, because I'm still thinking about Cartoon Network.
It's the GOAT, bro.
It is the GOAT, because like all of those that are listed is pretty much Cartoon Network, except the first one for me was SpongeBob. But I was gonna say as well, what's also cool about Cartoon Network is that they also introduce you to anime,
exactly,
like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, like all of that. So
literally introduced us.
And that's what began my my love for anime, like further on in life. But I thought it was super funny. I never watched Naruto as a kid, not until like a little bit later.
Really?
Yeah, I never watched it because I always thought the design of Naruto was weird.
Yeah, compared to like Dragon Ball Z, it just looks like a little bit weird. Yeah. But then like I feel like once you like watch it, you're like, okay. Like,
that's what happened. I liked it. And especially the like the Shippuden exams or whatever.
That was incredible, bro.
Dude, that shit was fire.
Like I remember like when they first introduced it on Toonami on Saturday night, like and they first introduced Naruto, and I remember being there for the premiere and being like, bro, what the fuck? This shit is crazy, bro. And then just like watching it like every week for like months on months, like every Saturday I'm tuned in, bro. Like or I'm recording it and I'm gonna watch it later type shit. And that was the first anime like I legit watched. Like I would see episodes of Dragon Ball Z here and there, you know, when they would do their Toonami shit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like Naruto, like they introduced me to Naruto. Like it changed my life, bro. Like that. Yeah. I love that shit.
Dude, both of those shows.
And like the impact that it had, man, it was crazy.
Yeah, I would say, I would say like cartoons, you know, we had a lot of entertainment. You could say distraction, but I would just say entertainment. It was a lot of entertainment back then because now it just opens up like what else could be created and what possibly could be even better. Because like everyone still references most of those cartoons now.
To this day.
Yeah, I mean, hell, we have so many SpongeBob memes you can't even keep count anymore. So I mean, the fact that all of this is still relevant. I mean, shit. Speaking of regular show, I mean, Twitter's blowing up about it.
Oh yeah, I've been saying that.
These past couple of months. Which is weird.
I think another thing, were the fact that a lot of those shows that we just kind of named, like some of them had some really good, like video game tie-ins. Too.
Oh yeah.
And like, cause I know like SpongeBob had a couple games that had a really
fire.
good. Bro, there was a Billy and Mandy game. It was a fighting game.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Bro, that shit was like that's one of the better games I've played. Like I remember loving the fuck out that game, bro. Like playing it all the time. Ed and Eddie had games, bro. Dexter Laboratory had games, bro. Like a lot of those, like Cartoon Network games, or like a lot of even like when you're a little kid, bro, and you go on the Cartoon Network website and they have the games on there.
Yeah,
and shit.
that shit was fire.
That's, like, bro, like there is like so much, like really, like you are in the lore of these shows, bro, and like it just makes you appreciate and love these shows more. I don't know, like if these kids have that these days, because I know there's a show, and I've seen a couple episodes, and I actually like kind of do like it, that We Bear Bears show.
Oh yeah.
And
it's just 3 bears.
It's 3 bears and shit.
It's a polar bear, a panda bear, and a brown bear. Yeah.
And like it's a cute, like cool little show and shit. And I think that would be a show that we would if it came out like back then, we would appreciate it. It'd be up there with us. But the fact that kids these days won't have the same tie-ins like we did. Like, you know,
I think
it's kind of sad.
Well, you know, I'm seeing it with my nephew. I think it'll be different from us, but I think, you know, with them, it'll be interesting because like right now he likes PJ Masks. Like that's his favorite show on.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a 4-year-old show.
Yeah.
So like.
But like still, I feel like I know Paw Patrol. You know, I know.
So like I feel like once he gets, because right now he loves SpongeBob as well.
Yeah.
And he loves Sonic. Like those like his favorite things in the world. I feel like whenever he gets older, there might be an opportunity for new shows to arrive. Because all of those shows came out the exact same time for us, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe whenever he's like 7, there's like another Grim Adventures, another
But
Grim
like
Adventures
it type
Mandy.
shit.
Yeah, another Kid's Names, Codename Kids Next Door, another Ed and Eddie, another Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't think there's gonna be.
I don't think so.
But
I think there will be one show like that.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, and I'll introduce him to all this. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, all this is fire. Like, all of these are great shows.
Yeah. Because that's what I be thinking. I'm like, damn, like we grew up on such fire cartoons, but I'm like, would I show my kids that? Like, you know, and like, yeah, obviously I would because they're good shows. They have good values. They have good themes. You know, like these are some damn good shows. But I'm like, what are the cartoons that are coming out now that like I will put my child on, or I would tell my child like, I would watch it with my child type shit. And I'm like, I don't know if there really are. And granted, I don't have a child, so like, you know, it's hard for me to say. But I still feel like even when you are in middle school, even when you are in high school, you still hear about these shows. Like Adventure Time was so huge, bro. Like some people wearing shit like that, like being Finn or Jake for Halloween and shit, or like Princess Bubblegum and shit, or the Ice King and shit. Like like even if you didn't watch these shows, like you were still around them basically. Like Adventure Time was huge, bro. Like,
I remember,
You know, even regular show was fucking huge, bro. Like even like.
Those are like the three giant. Those are like the giants, and then there was another show.
And Gumball, like those. I feel like those are the 3 at the time. Like they were carrying Cartoon Network at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, cause like there's no other shows that are kind of like that. Cause like I was thinking of Nickelodeon now, and the only thing that's really carrying Nickelodeon is SpongeBob.
To this day, like basically like how like ridiculousness is carrying MTV. Like that's what SpongeBob is for Nickelodeon. Like.
SpongeBob is carrying Nickelodeon.
And it's crazy because like I understand like if you just like this show was so good, so like we're just gonna keep replaying it. But I'm like, but y'all had other good shows too that y'all could like replay all the time. Like Drake and Josh, Fairly Odd Parents, like those are like Danny Phantom. Like I never really watched Danny Phantom like that.
That show was fire.
I know they had the other show that was just like it, Generator X.
Oh
X,
yeah,
or something like that. I watched a couple episodes of it. I was like,
oh shit, you know what I forgot about for Cartoon Network? Ben 10.
See.
Did you not watch Ben 10?
No, I did, bro, and I was there. I was watching because I remember I guess I just so happened to watch.
And fucking
the first,
Yu-Gi-Oh was there too.
That was my shit.
And then Pokemon was there.
I think that was like a sub. That's kind of like we kind of skipped over that a little bit, like those shows type shit.
Yeah, I just remember those right now.
Yeah, because those are like some more animated shows, so like anime kind of shows.
Yeah,
like,
but all of that shit, I'm just thinking of like.
But that's not like earlier. But that was kind of like the Johnny Bravo days type shit.
Kind of, because like, well, Cartoon Network was just such an interesting thing because it's like. I'm trying to remember. You gotta give me like a second. Like I'm thinking like almost like what?
Everything is like melting pot at this point.
Yeah, like what, 20 years ago?
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, so like you would come home, you would like do whatever you had to take care of, then you could watch TV. SpongeBob was on, and then like afterwards it was like Teen Titans, Codename Kids Next Door, Billy and Mandy. Then it was like Ben 10.
Yeah, towards the end of the night.
Yeah, towards the end of the night it was like all your action stuff.
Right.
And then it would end with like, for me it would end with like Camp Lazlo like at 10:30. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go to bed.
Yeah, that's like basically that's when Adult Swim is coming on.
Yeah, and then it would be Family Guy. Like, right there, and I was like, you know what? I'll stay up a little bit.
I'll stay up a little bit,
and then I'll just watch that. And then as soon as what is it? What is it called? Is it Team Force? Team Hunger Force or something like that?
Yeah, with the it was like the fries and the meat wad.
Yeah, I stopped there. Yeah. I never watched it. I was like, this is too weird for me.
See, I saw like a couple episodes of that, and I remember that should be like fun. I thought that show was pretty funny. I feel like we hit the cartoon one.
Okay, pretty good.
Was there like one more that you had on mind? You want to give a little props to? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
That's
also
like we skipped over that. Yeah, we did. We did skipped over Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Actually, yeah, I do feel like maybe we can.
Yeah. But I think it would.
Were you did you watch the WB shows?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, were you a fan?
I was a huge fan of the WB. Actually, I think that's how I found out about the Batman animated show.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think it was on there first before it came to Cartoon Network.
Yeah. So I remember watching that, and then that's when I fell in love with Batman. Like Batman was like my favorite character in the whole wide world, which, I think him, the Justice League TV show. Remember that? That shit was fire.
I remember because I like when I did watch those shows, they were already on Cartoon Network at the time. I think it was like a little bit later. So.
Yeah,
But like all those shows were fire, bro.
Yeah,
all of them.
All of them were so fire, which kind of gets me to my next point that I just want to talk a little bit about.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mentioned Batman because one of the things that I remember as a child, maybe not a child, I was a little bit older, was that I had a huge appreciation of. We were talking about like video game adaptations of that.
Yeah.
Of like different, like different shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Batman
probably has one of the hardest ones.
One of the like crazy, bro. Like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Like, bro, those video games were just classic, bro. Like those were
You put me onto those.
Yeah, that shit was fire. I think I know we were talking about like we had the greatest TV shows as cartoons whenever we were young, but I also think we had some of the best video games.
Absolutely.
That were coming out like back to back.
Absolutely.
To back. Red Dead Redemption, GTA, bro.
Like, bro, like we had, especially like because we've always been PlayStation people, so we had Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, bro. Spyro, bro.
Crash Bandicoot,
bro. Like, bro, and that's like all like when like we're like before we get to like, like then like we get a little bit older, and now we get NBA Street.
Street.
Now we're getting NFL Street, which I was playing that with Austin the other day. It's still fucking fire. Now we're getting like we were the generation that had like Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
Rock Band was fucking fire,
bro.
That shit was so fire.
Especially when you have somebody that like when you have like a group of niggas and like everybody is like playing an instrument on that shit. Like we had like this little basically like a rec center that we used to go to, and like they had that hoe. And like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I hate to toot my horn, but I was a monster on the fucking drums, bro. Like I was eating that shit, dog. The drums and I was a fire ass singer.
Bro, mine was fucking the guitar.
Yeah, it's just like was fire, bro. Yeah. Even the bass, nigga. Like that shit was clean. Like, bro, like that shit was so fire, bro. Like,
and then they ruined it with DJ Hero.
That shit was.
I liked it.
I wonder if it was fun. Like I never played it. Like it looked kind of cool though.
My cousin had it. And we played with it. I was like, I don't like this. I don't know why I didn't like it.
It just looks stupid.
Yeah, just like this way.
But you have to like.
You have to scratch it.
There's like buttons on it.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that shit looks just like dumb, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I respect the idea, but that shit looks kind of stupid. Like.
Yeah. I understand why.
If you had like Drum Hero, I was like, I get that.
Yeah.
I would definitely get that.
That would be fire.
Honestly,
just something else, just not
DJ Hero. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this, nigga?
That's when it died.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't remember too many like Guitar Heroes even like after that type.
There was one that they tried to do, which was like realistic, where like you actually learn how to play guitar while it's like pretty much like Guitar Hero, but it's with a real guitar.
Right.
And like you would actually learn how to play strings, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
It sounds cool, but I was like, damn, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that does seem like really hard. Like, I mean, you're basically like teaching somebody to play a guitar while playing a video game. Like that's a lot to that.
Yeah, it's a lot. But if you had the patience for it, I think it would be a really cool thing to learn.
Fire, bro.
Yeah. But that game came out. I'm trying to think what else. Like, bro, Halo came out. That shit was fire. Yeah. Infamous. That shit was fire. Uncharted. Assassin's Creed,
bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, I got into it a little bit later, and I only really played the one. I mean the two that I played. We were talking about it earlier. But, bro, Brotherhood. Like that was a great. Granted, it was later into the series, but that was a great introduction for me into that series. And then I kind of wanted to get back into it, just mainly because I was going through like a phase where I was really interested in, and I still am, but like I was like really into history and shit.
Yeah.
And so playing Odyssey was like fire, bro. Like I was like, damn, this is kind of beautiful. Like
Yeah, it was cool.
So cool.
It was a cool looking game. I remember we were talking about that. It's a cool looking game. My favorite was the second one. It's like the Ezio.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I just liked everything about that story. I thought the characters were really cool. The engagement was really cool. Even though sometimes it felt stiff, like acting. But when you're
you don't care.
Yeah, when you're a kid, you know, you don't really give a shit. You're just like, oh, this shit's cool as hell. I'm gonna
It's
play
fun.
this. Yeah,
No.
that's the way I thought about
Yeah.
it. Because I remember playing that. I remember playing Modern Warfare.
Well, bro.
Shit.
Like I'll never forget like when I first moved to Texas in 7th grade and I got a PlayStation 3 and like that was the summer where everybody was playing Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Special summer, bro. Like just special.
Bro,
you
that
know what
was
I'm
so
saying?
fun.
Like bro, like that like I
And
mean
then when Black Ops came out the next year.
that and like that's like one of my like I'm playing like that is I think that is the best Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
I know that like that's probably controversial. A lot of people think like the second Black Ops is. A lot of people think the first or the second Modern Warfare is. I think the first Black Ops like that is one of the greatest.
It has everything.
It has everything, bro. Because not only like I think that was like one of the best campaigns I've ever played in a game, but the multiplayer to complement it was just as good, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and if you like
so
zombies, there were
fire.
zombies. They
There
had
were
Spec Ops. They
zombies.
had like special modes.
I forgot. Like I think that was like the one that like reintroduced.
zombies. Yeah,
you know?
And I remember because I
great.
remember
the DLCs were great.
Yeah, all of it was great,
Yeah.
bro. Like I remember, what was it? I know because our friend James, we would play zombies forever, fucking
All night, bro. That shit was fire.
night, bro. That shit was crazy.
And like when you had like boys that like knew like when your boy knew like the glitches and like the Easter eggs and that hoe, it just made it even cooler. Like I'm a dude that doesn't really care about shit like that, but like for that game, it was something I appreciated. I was like, damn, like I fuck with this shit.
Yeah,
bro.
and there was just so much to do. So like I can easily say that that's probably the best.
Like, bro, you can get lost in that hoe, bro.
One of the best Call of Duty games
easily, bro.
Ever.
Like I feel like it doesn't get like it's like it's flowers, bro. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired of it. Like I'm tired of it, bro. Like that game is perfect, bro. Like that is a phenomenal game, bro. The setting. Bro, you got Ice Cube on that hoe, like bro, like,
I forgot about
bro,
that. Yeah.
like that hoe is fire as fuck, bro.
Your special ops agent.
Come on, bro.
And apparently, so I watched this guy talked about it, but apparently, if you played the World at War storyline, the Russian dudes, those are the same Russian guys in in that one. I was like, I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together on that.
I think like because I didn't really play World at War, but like I ended up watching a video about it. I was like, oh okay, like because like they alluded, and I think like somebody was saying, I think somebody at school said that. Like, they were saying like I forgot what his name is, but his Russian Reznov was it? I don't know if that was his nigga, but I want to say that was his nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, I think you play as him or something like that.
Yeah. That shit was fire.
You like plant a flag at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And like your him and shit. I was like, that's pretty fire. I
like
that. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah. That game was like really cool, but.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other cool ass games that came around that time period.
Another game.
Bro, there's a lot.
I do like. I want to give an appreciation also to maybe it's not the best GTA, but in my opinion,
GTA 4?
4, bro. I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the best games also. Like that game, that story mode, bro.
The story mode's fire.
My nigga, what's his name?
He was the Russian dude.
Yeah, another Russian dude. His cousin's Roman, but what's his name?
Nikolai?
Nikolai. What is that his name? I think it is.
Yeah.
Something like that. Bro, that nigga's live, bro. That nigga is live as fuck, bro. Man, the entire like when the bank robbery scene, bro.
Yeah.
All the tie-in games with the Ballad of Gay Tony, the Lost in the Dam, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was playing them hoes. Them hoes are fire as fuck, bro.
I remember those.
I remember bro, nigga, like he's canceled now. But I mean, driving around and I think Flashing Lights was on that game. Like there's like but there was a R. Kelly song on there that like used to play, and that hoe was fire as fuck driving around that hoe. Listen to that R. Kelly song.
Not the R. Kelly song.
Bro, man, that game was so fucking good, man.
Yeah,
like,
then like, someone like keeps on pointing out, I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter or not, but they'll pull out this clip on GTA, and it's this guy on the mic, and he's talking, or he's on the radio, and you can hear Heartless in the background, or like one of the songs on Heartless and 808s.
Yeah.
And I think he says something in the lines of like, "What do you mean you can't? What do you mean you said what age is she?" He's like, "Why are you saying on that?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm sorry, man, but we got to make sure the kids are not around you." And like they'll use that clip now for when people say they use that clip up for fucking MGK showing up. Bro, that shit is crazy.
Bro, like that game, that's like a thing that I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate about like GTA games, or like the radio and shit.
Bro,
because like
Cat Williams was in the game. I forgot
bro,
about
like
that.
he was in that. He has like a whole stand up. Like I think I watched one of them, like watched it one time. I was like, bro, this shit's actually pretty funny. Like I think it was just like. It was like jokes that he already did. Like,
but still, that's
but it
so
was
cool.
still cool as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Or, like you could be in like the middle of a mission, bro, just like out of nowhere. You get a call from bro, man, like, hey, bro, hey, cousin, let's hang out. It's like, nigga, no, I'm like in the middle of a fucking gang war right now. Like, no, nigga, I'm not about to come pick your drunk ass up. Like, fuck you, bro.
Bro, Roman was hilarious.
That was my nigga, bro. Like the different endings to the game. That shit was pretty cool, bro. Like that game, I love that game.
Did you ever play Saints Row?
Not really. I think my cousin and you played it, so I was just like that. I will watch y'all play it. Type shit.
Saints Row 2 is a great game. Mm-hmm. I like Saints Row 3. 3 was cool, but 2 was like my favorite.
Yeah, I think they said that's like the best one.
I think that's the best game. The only thing that's a little bit better is like when Saints Row 3's opening, or one of the missions. I forgot with one of the missions you have to like jump off a.
It's like a plane or some shit.
Yeah, and power comes on. That shit was. I was like, okay.
Someone else a commercial for it. I was like, damn, what game is that? That shit looks live.
It was live. That shit is live. But then like I'm like, all right, it's okay. But like two is like I think the best Saints Row game.
That shit looks fucking live, bro. Like that was a game like I may like end up like in like an old PS2 or some shit.
Yeah.
So I can
it was so funny because like I made Wiz Khalifa one time. I think I made President Obama another time.
Yeah, you could. That was like the cool thing about that. You could like make your own character and shit.
I made George Lopez.
Get big ass heads and shit.
You could do a whole types of crazy shit in that game.
Cause that one was like more cartoony.
Yeah,
it seemed, but it looked fun as fuck.
It was fun.
You know,
it was fun. And then like I remember it took me a while to get into it, but I played Fallout 3. Have you seen those games?
I didn't really play them.
Yeah.
I remember really playing them.
Yeah, I remember I was playing one of them. I just remember me and my dad were at GameStop, and he was like, I said like, I want to play this game. And he was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
He's like, it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's my introduction to RPGs and shit like that. And he was like, are you sure?
Well, that was it.
Yeah, and I loved the game. It was really hard. It was super weird, super difficult. You know, I'm a kid still, so you know, like I'm used to playing like Arkham City was like my most difficult game as a kid.
Yeah. That's how I felt about Sly Cooper. I was like trying to solve the puzzles and shit and that shit like that.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm not smart enough for this shit.
Like, yeah, trying to find the riddle, the riddles and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I beat that game 100%. I think that's one of the few games because like if I like a game that much, I'll go on YouTube to make sure I get it.
Oh yeah, Sam.
Like the last game I did that it was recent was actually Cyberpunk. Like like I literally was like, nah, I gotta know more.
Yeah, I gotta.
So like I would just go on the computer, see which like secret missions were out there, secret weapons, like places to go. And once I completed everything, I was like, damn, this was fulfilling. Like this was like a good fulfilling moment.
I think I think there were like two. No, there's been a couple games, but I think like the two that come to mind, especially recently, are Red Dead 2
Dead 2.
I haven't played the second one, but the Jedi Fallen Order, the first one.
Yeah.
That shit, like those two, like especially Red Dead, bro.
Red Dead Redemption. Oh my fucking god, bro!
I think that is the greatest game to ever be made. Like I don't care what I know some people say GTA. A lot of people say GTA 5. No, in my opinion, and I do understand why you would say that, but like I do think Red Dead 2 is the greatest game. Yeah, Red Dead 2, I think it is.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 with Arthur Smith. Yeah.
That is the greatest game to ever be made. Like that shit, that story mode.
That story mode is so gut wrenching. It's so perfect. Like I did 100% of that one.
Yeah, and then like that, I think like that, like that's like what makes it more for me, because like that was the one game where like I'm like trying to find the legendary animals and shit.
Yeah. Did you ever find Dracula?
No.
There's a Dracula in there.
I think is it like in like Saint Denis?
Yeah, you find him, and if you kill him, you get his knife, and it's like a one stab for everything. If I believe, yeah.
I'm pissed I didn't do that.
Yeah, it was funny. Like I was just like, because I randomly found one of his missing targets.
Yeah.
And Arthur's just like, huh, that seems weird. Why is she bitten on the neck?
Right.
And I was like, is there a fucking vampire in this game? And I looked it up. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, there's a vampire in this game.
Did you kill him?
Yeah, I killed him.
Is he like in like a dark alley or something?
No, kind of. He's like he's in an alleyway that leads into like this little like small court area.
Yeah.
Like with like tables and shit like that. And he's just there. And I was like, oh shit, it's Dracula.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
Oh,
I didn't get the legendary horse. I got second to a legendary horse. That shit took forever. I got like all like the different like the best things to wear.
Yeah.
The best guns.
Yeah.
Like I found all that shit.
Cause that was like one thing I was like, bro, I want to unlock every gun in this game. I want to get the best horse and shit. Cause at first like I just played through it and like
I think it's like after like the first 8-9 hours, you're like,
okay, like
let me explore.
let me like actually like do shit.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, like that was like the one where I'm like doing like all the side missions, like like
all the forts and
all the
shit
forts,
like. I forgot
bro.
about the forts, but yeah, all the forts.
I went in like I killed. I feel like everybody's probably done this, but I like went and killed like all like the legendary like
gunsmiths,
gunslingers.
Yeah,
and shit.
get their weapons,
fire,
and
bro.
then the bounties and shit like that.
Yeah.
And just exploring like these like random ass like small towns
bro,
and shit like that.
Fire,
that shit
bro.
was fire. That was I would say in the past, because like the new games that I like right now, I'm looking at some of them. But Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man's a lot of fun. God of War, Jesus Christ, that game was fire. I showed you for the part 2, and I'm waiting for that shit to come on PC. Once it comes on PC, bro, I'm buying that bitch immediately. I don't even care if it's $80, a little bit, but still, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm buying this fucking game.
Oh yeah.
The fact that Thor was fat, he killed you. And he's like, nah, I'm not done with you yet. And he revives you.
I
was like,
fire.
Bro.
That was fucking fire. I remember you showed me that. I was like, bro, that's fucking crazy.
Bro, I was like, okay, no, I gotta play this game.
No.
Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, bro, I need to play this game. I was like, please come out to PC. Like, please. Like, I can't wait any longer.
Bro, did you ever play the South Park games at all?
No, I did not.
Nah.
But I saw them, and I'm like, bro, they look fun.
Bro, they were really fucking fun. Like they were really good games, honestly. Like the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, bro, I just like the difficulty of the game.
Bro, like you're black, so like it's more difficult. And of course, like I got my guy's black, so like the game's always hard as fuck. Bro, that shit was fire.
Yeah,
I think it was just the first one now.
Yeah, because I was like. I saw that. I was like, bro, no fucking way they did this shit.
Bro, like they're like some of the features on there were like so fucking funny because like you could like pause like in like the opening like introduction you could like pause it and like but like Cartman would like talk and he'd be like, bro, like stop fucking pausing the game. Like it'd be so fun. Like it'd be so like it was just like that would make the game so fun. Like the side characters, of course. Like man, that was a great game too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another game that was kind of not similar. Oh, Bullies.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that game?
I watched my brother play it. That shit was fun.
Dude, that shit was great as hell.
Everything Rockstar releases is fun.
Oh yeah, everything.
Like they had the Warriors game.
Yeah, they did LA Noirs. Like that shit was cool. I appreciated it.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't like my favorite game from them, but I liked it a lot.
Something you could appreciate.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah.
I played a lot of weird games too. I played this game called Heavy Rain. That shit was like so dramatic. And it was.
I remember the name.
Yeah, it's like all about your choices that you make. So you don't really. There's not much action, but you're just following the storyline, which is a fucking insane storyline to be really think about it. I was playing this I was probably like 12, 11 probably, maybe 13, because it's. Not this house, but there was the house before.
Yeah.
So like.
Watama.
Yeah, the one in Tahama. So like. You're in a family in a mall, and then you lose your kid. You're like, oh, where's my kid?
Yeah.
But you're not too concerned. And then you see him, and for some reason he's just walking carelessly, and then he loses his balloon. So he wants to go get his balloon, and then he gets hit by a fucking car.
Oh god.
And then the game begins. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then now, like, you're a single dad who's an alcoholic
Nah.
in the beginning part of this game. So you play, like, 3 people, if I remember correctly. So you play him, you play a reporter, and you play 4 people. You play a cop, and you play the villain. You play all 4 of these characters, and you can make whatever choice you want. And every choice has a consequence.
Yeah.
And if you die, your character he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, bro, what the fuck kind of game is this? Like,
That's
bro,
crazy.
yeah, there's like a murder part, or like you're trying to solve a murder and like you're in this investigation, and like if you forget a clue that's major, it doesn't matter. Like the game is just like, sorry, bud, you should have found it. So yeah, it's a really cool game. I have a very appreciation for that. Battlefield was a fucking fun ass game. That was probably like,
fire.
bro, Battlefield Bad Company 2 is probably to this day my favorite first person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that shit's fire as hell. Like just doing all that shit. Yeah, man.
It sucks because like I felt like once I like got to like high school, like that's like when I just really started like only playing like sports games and shit. Like every now and then, like I get like Modern Warfare and shit, or like when I was playing like Fortnite, like when that shit was popping.
Yeah.
But, like for the most part, I like been like stuck with like sports games and shit.
Like I like sports games. I think it was because my favorite one was, I think it's that one. I'm trying to look at it right now. I think it's 2K14. I like that one a lot. And 2K13.
Yeah, 2K11 was fire.
Yeah.
Like I remember 2K11, like that was like the first one I got, and like that shit was just, it was such a great. And well, that was like the first one I owned type shit. But like I had played like I remember like 2K8 with KG on the cover.
Oh yeah.
And that was just like such a like I'd never seen, like at the time I was like, damn, like this hoe looks like I'm like actually like, when you're a kid and like you're like looking at the game, you're like, bro, this looks so realistic, bro. Like, what the fuck? And I'm playing it on PS3, so I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm at the game, and like I never had like with the crowd like being like so into like, you're like, bro, you really feel like you're at the game, bro. Like this shit is crazy. But then so as an elder, you're like, all right, bro, like this shit is like, and then like then you play 2K14 on the next gen, you're like, bro, this shit looks crazy, bro. Like,
bro, that was a good time because it was the first couple of games I got was 2K14. Whenever the PS4 came out, it was because the PS4 came.
That was 14.
Yeah, no wait.
No, it was 14.
2014 the PS.
Yeah, it was 14. I can't remember that shit. That was the first one because that was with LeBron on the cover.
Yeah.
And yeah, like because they went crazy for a minute, like with the because they released like I remember 2K16. I know a lot of people like that one with KD on the cover.
Yeah, that was
shit
cool.
was fire.
That was fire.
And it's 7. I know a lot of people like it's controversial. Some people really don't like 17 with Paul George on the cover.
I like that.
That was like kind of that was like me getting back into 2K again.
Yeah.
And that shit was fire, bro. I remember I had a fire ass mind player and shit. I liked the story mode. It was kind of gay with the orange juice.
Oh yeah.
Because I was the one with Michael B. Jordan on
yeah,
it.
that's.
But that shit was fire though.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know,
it was
I
fun.
With that shit.
Yeah.
That orange, and I remember I was on the King, so it was like me, Michael B. Jordan. That's so fucking stupid to have like an actual actor on the game, and then your power up is fucking orange juice. Like that's stupid as fuck, 2K. But it ended up kind of being fire. Like it ended up like being so corny that it was fire kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I remember it was like me, Michael B. Jordan, Rudy Gay, this ugly ass nigga Anthony something, and Boogie Cousins. And, like we were nasty as fuck. But though, like bro, like I know like I feel like 2K like gets like the most hate out of like the modern day sports games, and it's funny because like they're way better than Madden. Like the hate needs to go to Madden, like because Madden is like legit
terrible,
god awful. Like it is a god awful game.
Yeah, I stopped buying Madden now, and I think because I'm trying to remember like when I was in high school, I had Madden. I don't think I did. I had 2K. I know that for a fact. Then I had Call of Duty, The Witcher, fucking. GTA, that shit was crazy. Dude, that was such a good time. Like, goddamn, bro.
Yeah, like see, I just hate because like I was like grinding all the time during that time. So,
Yeah,
like,
you were.
Yeah, so I was like, the only games I would play were like the games you put me on, or like if I came to your house.
Yeah.
But I felt like especially like when we were younger, bro, like those games, man. Like,
bro, I'm telling you,
we had a good, bro.
We had a good.
We didn't even talk about like fucking like one of the best, bro. Fucking Budokai, dog.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Come on, man.
2 or 3,
Or 3,
bro, or fucking
Maybe.
Super Smash Bros.
Come on, dog.
Like, bro, come on, dog. Fucking Battlefront.
Bro, that was my shit, bro. Battlefront 2.
Knights of the Republic.
Oh my fucking god, bro. I used to play that shit on the computer.
Star
That
Wars
shit was hard.
Unleashed.
Which one? Oh, that was the nigga with the
2 lightsabers.
That shit was
And
fun.
he had electric powers.
yeah.
Dude, that
The
shit.
Apprentice. That was
Yeah, he was Darth Vader's apprentice.
yeah. I remember I borrowed that shit from you. I was like, bro, that shit was fire.
Bro, that game is fucking fire. That
Remember-
was like.
Cause I remember I borrowed it from you, and then I got the DLC that came with it. Cause I was like, bro, this shit is crazy fun, bro. Like, I was like, bro, this shit is fire. But we were playing the DLC at my house one time. I was like, bro, this shit is fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
this is a great game.
Oh, fucking Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, the zombie game.
That shit was fun.
That shit was fire as hell. Fuck, what else?
Man, bro, what did you? I never beat it. I know you played. You had all of them, but Uncharted.
Bro, oh my fucking god, yeah.
I remember because when I got my PS3, it came with Uncharted and another game. I think what was the game with the? It's like Little Big Planet.
Oh yeah, it was Little Big Planet, yeah.
But I was playing the first one, and you get to. There's one part that is just so hard to get, especially like when you're young. Like, bro, you just don't know what to do type shit. And I don't think I looked it up on YouTube. But I remember you told me you beat it. And it was like some part where you have to it was like some puzzle type shit. That was hard
yeah.
as fuck,
Bro, those puzzles are crazy.
crazy as
sometimes.
fuck.
Yeah.
Those are such fun games.
Yeah,
bro.
Uncharted 1 I liked. Uncharted 2 I would say is probably my favorite. Uncharted 3 is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But Uncharted 2 was like, god damn, that was such a classic. And then Uncharted 4.
That was a good one too.
No, that's brilliant. That's probably the best game. That's probably one of my top 10 best video games ever.
What was the one where like I think it was the third one where like was that the one where you're like hanging out of like
A plane?
it's like either a plane or a train or something.
The
like
train
that.
is the second one.
Okay, so I think I remember like really liking that one.
Yeah.
I remember really liking that one.
Because I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're
Yeah.
fighting while the train is, like,
That shit was
derailing.
fucking fire, bro.
Dude, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
That was incredible, bro. I never seen no shit like that. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? This is like some Star Wars shit or something. I was like, bro, this is crazy dog.
shit.
Like, man.
Yeah.
Did you have a PS1 at all? Like what was your lineage for consoles?
I think I had a PS1, but I don't remember that as much. PS2, so it's PS2 on.
What? That's what you started off with?
Yeah.
That was your first console?
No, my first console
Yeah.
was
What was your first
my
console?
first console.
Yeah.
GameCube.
Really?
Yeah.
GameCube? Okay.
Because my dad had a PS3 or PS2 at the time. So
I think those were like at the same time type shit. Like
Yeah.
GameCube, PS2.
yeah,
Xbox.
so my dad had a PS2, I had a GameCube, and I didn't really play much PlayStation, but I played a lot of games.
And I roll like butts, and I get a limousine sitting out there a mile long with 25 women just dying for me to go, woo, because I'm the worst.